Let me show you how I made these Buñuelos de Viento. And let me tell you, you will not want to eat just one. Super crispy and oh so delicious. Cheers. To start off with, here I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. And to that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 4 tablespoons of sugar. And with my whisk, I'm just going to whisk this in. To this, I'm going to add 4 large eggs, 4 tablespoons of vanilla extract, and 4 tablespoons of melted butter. And I'm just going to whisk this together, breaking up the eggs. And here I have 4 cups of whole milk, and I'm going to slowly start adding it in here and just whisking as I add. And I'm just going to be adding more. And I'm just going to continue to whisk this until I don't see any visible flour in my bowl. And now I have all this whisked in. Your batter should resemble a pancake batter. So it should not be thick. Just like this. And now I'm just going to set this aside and let it rest for 30 minutes. That baking powder needs to activate in there and do its beautiful thing. While I'm letting my mixture sit out for 30 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and heat up my oil. I have some vegetable oil in here. I put my heat up too high. Now I'm going to just bring it up to a temperature of 400 degrees. I am over 400, so I'm going to lower my heat to a medium now. And then just leave it like that. So once it's at high and you get to like 400 degrees, lower down your heat to a medium. Now that this has been sitting out for 30 minutes, my oil is already heated up to the proper temperature. There's a few steps into making these buñuelos. I have my rosettes here. I have this one. This is a bigger one. And I have the smaller one. One thing to mention, the mixture that I made here is a double batch. I always do a double batch because I use this one. And the larger one takes more of the mixture. If you don't want to do that many, you're going to want to half the recipe. The next step is to get, before you even start to dip them into your mixture, you need to heat your rosette up. What I do is I just put it in my oil and I leave it there for about 5 minutes. Take it out, and then you're going to want to pat the extra oil on a paper towel, and then you dip it, and then you stick it in the oil. Same thing with this other rosette, same thing. After they are done, I'm going to place them on my plate with the paper towel. The paper towel is going to absorb that oil. And then, after I'm done with them, I'm going to dip them in some cinnamon and sugar. You could just leave them plain or dip them, your choice. Leave it in the oil for at least 5 minutes. And after it's been in the oil for 5 minutes, you want to remove it. Shake off the excess oil, and you want to pat it on your plate lined with the paper towel. And then you're going to bring it and dip it into the mix, not going over the line, and then into the oil. Sometimes it'll come off by itself like this one did, but if it doesn't, you have to twist your rosette and eventually it will come off. And then just brown it on both sides. And once it has browned on both sides, remove it, shake off the excess, and just place it on your plate. And now I am done with all of my buñuelos. Look at these big ones. Wow, that is a treat. What I'm going to do is dip them in the cinnamon and sugar. Flip it over. These ones are a little bit harder because they're so big. But there you go. And you could leave it plain if you want. Like I said, you could just leave it plain. You don't have to dip it in cinnamon and sugar. And here's the smaller one. This one's easy to dip in there. There you go. And that's it. These are really easy to make. They really take no time at all. And in no time, you will be having some delicious buñuelos. And that is how you make buñuelos de viento. I ended up getting 10 of the large and 30 of the small. I hope that you guys enjoy, and happy holidays, everybody.